Holtville High School is proud to recognize Veterans Day, a day set aside to honor the men and women who have served in the United States Armed Forces. Every year on November 11th, we pause to reflect on the courage, dedication, and sacrifice of those who have worn our nation's uniform. Veterans Day was first known as Armistice Day, marking the end of World War I in 1918. The fighting stopped on the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month, an incredible moment of peace after years of hardship. Over time, the day grew to honor veterans from all wars, and today, it stands as a reminder of the service and commitment of millions of Americans who have defended our freedoms, both in times of war and peace. Our veterans come from all walks of life. They are parents, grandparents, friends, teachers, and neighbors. Some served in distant places. Others supported our nation right here at home. What unites them all is a shared sense of duty, an understanding that freedom is not free and that service to others is one of the highest callings we can answer. This day gives us the chance to pause and say thank you, to recognize the strength and bravery it takes to serve, and to reflect on the values their service represents: courage, integrity, and selflessness. To all veterans, especially those connected to our community, we extend our deepest gratitude. Your service inspires us to be better citizens, better neighbors, and better people. Let us take this day not only to remember the past, but also to look forward, to carry the spirit of service and unity into our own lives. Whether that means helping a neighbor, standing up for what's right, or simply showing kindness, we all have the power to make a difference. We proudly recognize the following veterans who are part of our community or connected to Holtville High School through their family members. Command Sergeant Major Richard E. Moore III, U.S. Army. Retired Sergeant First Class Adam J. Rexroad, U.S. Army. Sergeant First Class Randy Hall, U.S. Army. Specialist Christopher Parkhurst, U.S. Army National Guard. Sergeant Wesley Smith, U.S. Army. Major Craig Cast, U.S. Army. Lieutenant Colonel Larry Hook, U.S. Army. Staff Sergeant Johnny Price, U.S. Army. Warrant Officer 4 Brad Ayers, U.S. Army. Lieutenant Colonel Joe Spangler, U.S. Army. Sergeant Christopher Pugh, U.S. Army. Sergeant Catherine Smith, U.S. Army. Retired Master Sergeant Richard E. Moore, Jr., U.S. Army. Sergeant First Class Cody Guyon, U.S. Army. Retired Chris Amaker, U.S. Army. Construction Mechanic Second Class Forrest Gregg, U.S. Navy. Logistics Specialist Second Class Marky Guion, U.S. Navy. Petty Officer Third Class Jacob Whitman, U.S. Navy. Walter Barden, Jr., U.S. Navy. Master Sergeant Thomas Sears, U.S. Air Force. Senior Master Sergeant Ryan Shell, U.S. Air Force. Major Adam E. Pruitt, U.S. Air Force. Retired Lieutenant Colonel Matt Searcy, U.S. Air Force. Lieutenant Colonel Andy Massison, U.S. Air Force. Retired First Sergeant Dan Keith Tomlinson, U.S. Air Force. Master Sergeant Jason Gessler, U.S. Air Force. Staff Sergeant Grady Simpson, U.S. Air Force. Staff Sergeant William Ellis, U.S. Marines. Ernest Roy McDonald, U.S. Marines. Corporal Chris Ziegler, U.S. Marines. Petty Officer Justin Allen West, U.S. Coast Guard. We've had the honor of recognizing many brave and women who have worn our nation's uniform. Your courage, your sacrifice, and your steadfast commitment to the ideals of freedom and service remind us of what it truly means to serve something greater than ourselves. In closing, I'd like to encourage all of us to carry forward the spirit of gratitude, not just today, but every day. May we continue to honor our veterans not only with our words, but with our actions, our support, and our commitment to the values they defended. To all our veterans, thank you for your service, your strength, and your example. We are deeply grateful.